we're the kind of people who need to go deeper, who need to experience more, learn more. And this is why our lives end up being so rich in the end, and why we end up being so deep as people and so proud of ourselves in terms of like what we are capable of in this life, is because we take those risks, we do the uncomfortable things, and then we are rewarded for that. Hi Pisces, Bailey B hanging out for another intuitive reading to help you explore your subconscious. We'll see what's going on. Thank you for being here. I hope for this reading to give you something fascinating to think about, and I hope you can use that information to lead you to more safety and more fulfillment. Please check in with your own intuition to see what feels true and only pick up what's resonating with you. Today I have the Spirit Animal deck by Krans, the Wild Unknown series. And I also have the Osho Zen Tarot deck here to clarify with. So we'll pick one Spirit Animal card and then get a couple of regular tarot cards. What is Pisces energy right now? What spirit animal is Pisces reflecting? What can we learn from? Ooh, the snake. What a dope card. I love this. Let me get the book out. So the snake is the guardian of unawakened magic and creative potential. All right. The snake is a symbol of our highest potential. It is said that the Shakti, our creative life force, lies dormant at the base of our spine in the form of a coiled snake. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential within. What would life look like if you woke it up? How can you stir it from its slumber? An experienced yoga or meditation teacher can lead the way. Make haste. The snake card appears when there is no more time to waste. So this is definitely a call for us, Pisces. Not a lot of these cards have like an immediate call to action like that. So if you've been called to do more meditation or take a class or find sort of a mentor of some kind to help you awaken this creative and untapped potential inside of you, I think this is a big sign that now's the time to jump on that. All right, so let's pull out some tarot cards. Get a shuffle in again. What is Pisces being called to do right now? What creative energy are we tapping into? Haha, creative energy. Talk about creative. The King of Wands is the king of creative action, inspiration, fire, passion, all of the things that you need to get that creativity going. Ten of Pentacles. Love to see it, especially when we're talking about creativity. This is so nice because we're often taught like creativity leads to us being the quote starving artist, but there's a lot of ways to execute or exercise your creativity and be still abundant and plentiful and make a home for yourself and be able to take care of your family. So love seeing that here. What else do we have? We need one more energy for Pisces. The snake. Less energy for Pisces and the snake. The Tower card again. Wow, Pisces. If something big hasn't already happened, something big is coming. Yeah, this is change, sudden change. It might be unexpected. I kind of came out a little bit flipped over again this time. So like I said last time, you could be choosing this. This could be something that you're like, okay, I need a huge change. This is it. Something was the last straw and you were just like, I'm jumping kind of thing. I like to see this as like kind of reminiscent of the Fool energy too. Like, I know the Fool is a lot lighter than this card, but if you think about it, they're about to, you know, basically unknowingly jump off a cliff as well. So what happens after that is this. So it's, you know, it's not like you're gonna be completely ruined, I guess is my point. This is more of a jumping off point, a place where you can let go of things that definitely weren't working for you in the past and shake it up, shake it off, you know, just get up after this teardown and start over again, because you clearly have a lot going for you right now, a lot coming towards you and a lot inside of you that you're meant to get out. So maybe that was why this change is needed, is because you've been kind of trapping or bottling up that creativity in the space that you're in now, and that needs to change. So I just thought too, like, the easier you make this on yourself, the easier you'll make the transition, if that makes sense. Like, you can fight this or you can go with it, and if you can let go and sort of surrender and go with the flow, it's going to be much easier for you to get through this period and come out the other side on top with this Ten of Pentacles. There's the Three of Pentacles on the back of the deck. So another place here where you're being creative, giving your work time and energy to your hobbies or your expertise, something where you're honing in your craft and you're able to share it with others here, and you're being heard and seen for and valued for what you do. Queen of Pentacles again, we had this last reading as well. Abundance, compassion, empathy, stability, peace, that kind of feeling. So this is definitely happening for you soon if it hasn't already started to shift. And I'm seeing that it's around your creativity. So let's get some clarifiers here. What is this King of Wands for Pisces? What is the King of Wands here to tell us? Harmony popped out. This is a card of mental harmony as well. It's the Ten of Cups. So this perfect sense of peace, tranquility, abundance, fulfillment. Fulfillment is really the word, I think. So wherever this is leading you, you're doing it in harmony with yourself, with your inner spirit, with the things inside of you that need to come out. If you look here, this energy is coming straight from this person's heart and like coming out and being expressed. It's like, you know, through the crown chakra. Third eye is being touched here as well. So just a lot of knowing, a lot of understanding, a lot of manifesting things from the heart and bringing them out into the world, which is also what the King of Wands does in more of a determined kind of fiery way, but they're both in harmony with their own nature, and they're both capable of expressing what's inside of them and giving that out to the world, which again with the snake energy here is the exact thing. It's like your primal energy is coming out right now, and I think the key is just to kind of let it happen, to let it flow and present itself to you, Pisces. And this could be in a time of meditation, of learning, yoga, whatever you do to strengthen your mind, body, and spirit in whole, like in tandem with each other. I'm not talking about just like going to the gym. I'm talking about like moments where you're really bringing all three of those pieces of yourself together to work together, your body, your mind, and your spirit, you know. This is something I feel it's coming towards you. There's some real inspiration in this energy. All right, so let's clarify this Ten of Pentacles. Why is this Ten of Pentacles here for Pisces? What's happening with the Ten of Pentacles? I know you want to come out. Guess not. Maybe there's no clarifier for the Ten of Pentacles. It's just perfect as it is. There we go. Schizophrenia. Interesting. The bridging the gap between two different ways of thinking, being a little bit like on one hand you're really stable, secure, and then on the other hand you're having lots of worries and doubts. That kind of schizophrenia where it's like you feel two things at the same time that seemingly feel opposite. So you might be like it might be this thing where you understand that this change is coming and that it needs to happen, but you're also at the same time kind of feeling like you have to fight it, or you know that it's going to be a prosperous venture, a prosperous change for you, but it's hard for you on the other hand to just let go and trust that. You might be struggling with like poverty mindset at the same time that you know that you're going to be abundant. These things happen inside of us, right? Sometimes we feel two disparate and seemingly opposite things, but really they're very natural reactions to the kind of jarring things that happen in our lives, right? We can be simultaneously like really sad and mourning something and then have a happy moment where we're laughing our butts off, and it's just it's not always easy to live in that kind of cognitive dissonance. This is the Two of Swords, sister card. So, you know, even if you're feeling stretched or like there's two opposite, vibes around you or feelings in your head, I think it's just another one of those things that stretches us to accept that not everything is one way or another. Not everything is binary or polar opposites, right? There can be many different things that come at us at one time. And that doesn't mean that things are going wrong, right? I think what you're accomplishing here, Pisces, is you're feeling this way, you're having to kind of balance and keep yourself calm, and that's okay. Like you're allowed to doubt. You're allowed to have times where it feels harder to have that positive attitude. But as long as you keep moving through and in the back of your mind and in your guts, as long as you know deep down that you're really going to make it through, that you're going to make it to the other side, that's what really counts, right? Not the fact that we have doubts and fears and things like that, but what is really driving you? Where are you making your choices and taking action from, if that makes sense? And I see you taking action here from your intuition and from your creativity, because that is what we need to see from you, Pisces. Like, that's why you're here. And you're just not a person who's meant to stay in the like quiet stupor that a lot of people walk around in. It's comfortable there sometimes, but for me personally, it feels really empty. So then it's like not really that comfortable. And I think a lot of Pisceans probably feel the same as I do. So this is what we signed up for. We're the kind of people who need to go deeper, who need to experience more, learn more. And this is why our lives end up being so rich in the end, and why we end up being so deep as people and so proud of ourselves in terms of like what we are capable of in this life, is because we take those risks, we do the uncomfortable things, and then we are rewarded for that. All right, so let's get one clarifier for the Tower card. What is this Tower energy? Isolation in reversed. Interesting. Three of Swords. So we're going from the Two of Swords to the Three of Swords. This is, painful, obviously. You might feel like you're going through this transition completely on your own. You might feel like, it's just you and you're relying on yourself right now to get through this Tower moment. There's 3-3 here. I'm seeing like, even though this is painful, you're embracing the pain, if that makes sense. I'm seeing you crying, owning up to your feelings, feeling them deeply, being able to acknowledge to yourself what you're going through, how you're feeling, and why. And this is a wonderful way to deal with your emotions. It's one of those things that's like, you can turn away from this and pretend like it's not there, or you can face it head on, feel it deeply, and move through it to get to the other side. So once you're on the other side, this feeling will go away. It's like, this too shall pass, right? Everything is just for a time. And that's why it's okay to welcome in that feeling of sadness and isolation when it shows up at your door, because you have to go through that in order to get to the other side. If you're constantly not answering the door, it's going to keep knocking, right? It's going to keep coming back, going to keep bothering you. So I see you going through this time of change with an embracing of your own humanity and your own feelings, and the way that you're mourning this change is very human. And that's, I think, a fantastic lesson to learn, Pisces. We can't always be happy. We can't always stay on the positive side of things. We have to sometimes feel these feelings, move through them, and come out the other side stronger, because we know that when things hit us, we are capable of meeting them, inviting them in, sitting with them, and then letting them go on their way without holding on or clinging, right? And this is a very cleansing thing, right? Just like the tower, when it falls down, it's completely gone. There's nothing left. It's not repairs or fix it here, fix it there. It's gone, right? And you're moving on. Something new is going to be rebuilt. It can be very, very painful and sad. But ultimately, you are the King of Wands. You are a manifester. You are somebody who's passionate about life, who is meant to have abundance and longevity, and meant to bring their creativity into the world. And that is why you will always be supported here by the universe, because you're putting out there the energy that you were called to put out, and that is what you're also receiving back. It might not always feel like that, like it's not like a one-for-one tit for tat, but it is one of those things where you'll look back on your life and you know you've led a more fulfilling, deep, meaningful life, and you've led it in a way that it has inspired others to follow in your footsteps as well. So I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for going through all of this for the rest of us, for your community, and for yourself as well. Let's get out one or two cards of advice for Pisces here. What's some advice you can take away? The Queen of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. So you honestly, I know I keep saying this and I know you don't believe me most of the time, but this could be, a divine partnership. This could be a match. This could be you meeting somebody. It's not going to happen fast. But it might be there, so keep your eyes open. This is just for some of you. This also could just be you balancing your masculine and feminine in this really amazing way. This could also just be a sign, another sign from the universe that you are like royalty when it comes to creativity and expressing yourself and being a unique person that brings something out into the world that is not, it's not there without you. So I think this is another call that we need you. We need you out there being creative, expressing yourself, being a beacon for others. And if you're getting down on yourself at all, I encourage you to look back at your past accomplishments here with the Seven of Pentacles. Write down every single cool thing you've ever done. It'll take you forever. Like, think about all the things that you've been proud of yourself for doing in the past. It's such a fun and cool exercise because things will start popping up that you've completely forgotten about. Even, leave it open for a couple of weeks and see what else pops into your mind. And just write all those accomplishments down. Everything that you've ever done that was difficult, any period that you've gotten through, that you accomplished something that you had set your mind to, write it down. Any job that you've ever been proud of, or lessons that you've learned that you know you still carry with you, write those down. And that's going to be what is inspiring you to move forward and to know that we need you here and we need you creating and putting yourself out there, because you're extremely special and you're very accomplished. Even though it might not be traditionally, you're a very abundant person, Pisces, and I'm just feeling so much love and compassion from your energy so often, that I know that there's so much here to be proud of and to write down. So please do that for yourself if you're struggling, and know that we are so just blessed to have you here on this planet with us at this time. Each one of us is bringing our own light into the world, and this is definitely a time where this kind of deep thinking, positivity, creativity, critical thinking, all those things that we're so good at, Pisces, empathy, compassion, just being there for others. This is what makes the world a better place, and this is why we need you here with us, Pisces. So I almost feel like I'm like begging you, like, please go out there and show yourself, express yourself. We're lucky to have you here. So I hope you feel the same way, Pisces. I hope this gave you a little hope and faith for your future. And please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you're enjoying my content. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here to support me through all of these months. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world, Pisces, and I hope you live long and prosper.